Jimsi Kuborn, Executive Director of the City of Converse Economic Development Corporation, and we are here again today on one of our Write Our Story local business focuses. And today we have Dr. O with us. Dr. O, tell me more about yourself and your business.
Hey, good morning. How are you? Thanks for the opportunity to be here.
Absolutely.
Something to meet you and, of course, to be able to interact and chat together. People call me Dr. Ho because my name is quite long. It's actually Oluwadayo Oluwadara, and so in the literal terms of it, it means God doeth good and God does a lot of wonders. So that's what it means. So if you cannot remember that my name, just remember that God does good.
God does good. That's awesome, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my first name has no meaning. It came in a dream, so I love your story.
Oh, that's good.
So tell us a little bit about your practice. What is your practice in Converse?
My practice is Shebah Dental. We call it Shebah Dental Converse, but precisely Shebah Dental. Of course, right by FM 78 there, and it's been fun. It's been a great opportunity to be at the community in Converse and to take care of the people of Converse and beyond.
What's the best thing about Converse for your business as they relate together, the community and your business?
I think the Converse community is family friendly. I love that for sure. And it's a growing population. That's another thing that's very paramount there. And also, I've been in the military reserves myself. I see it's a more military friendly community. So it goes a long way in tying a friendly people, military-based environment, and more importantly, in terms of the location, it's a very good access location. Interstate 35, Interstate 10, you can access Converse if you really, really want to come to Converse. Or you want to live in Converse, you can get that access to the city of Converse. And finally, I think the authorities in terms of educational, economic development are very friendly. Not too much type, but notes, laws, or rules to just kind of mitigate yourselves. So I like that about dental practice in the city of Converse.
And what brought you to Converse? What was that selling point?
All that I've said, and particularly I just kind of made a little research when I was about to come out here, and still the mayor now, Mayor Suarez, he was very friendly. I felt if a city can have a friendly mayor, accessible to people, you can meet with him, minority friendly environment, I think it's a good place for me to pick my tent.
Wonderful. We're so glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And your positive energy about the community.
Thank you.
And that's a lot of different things that we talk about, right? Converse really is a community, and the leadership in our community as well, and it is a very welcoming environment for entrepreneurs, and small business owners. So, Dr. O, how long have you been in Converse?
I actually incorporated Shebah Dental Converse May of 2013. So roughly now, although we didn't open for seeing patients, there was a couple of build out and the rest of them of the practice, because I started the practice brand new, so we had to build out, do the construction work. So we saw the first patient, I think March 5th of 2014.
Okay.
I think about maybe two or three days prior to that, Mayor Suarez was with us to kind of open the place up. So I would say actively about 8 years now.
That's awesome.
In Converse.
Flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really goes fast.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of really cool places in Converse, and some that some people haven't had a chance to explore yet. What is your favorite place in Converse? Where, find a little peace, find a little fun. Where do you like the most?
I think I'm one of those who have not explored so much, but I'll say there are two places that I've been to. It's not that I like too much food, but the location has to do with food. There's one actually in our block, the Vietnamese restaurant, and there's one down the street that I've forgotten the name now.
So Lai Sin is the Vietnamese restaurant.
Exactly.
Yes, amazing. Vin, amazing local business owner. Absolutely. Okay, and the other?
Jack Potato.
Jack Potato. Very popular answer.
Jack Potato.
Very popular answer. Yes, Jackie does a wonderful job and has really integrated into the community and become a staple so quickly. She's become a staple so quickly.
I hope people can go there and enjoy a lot of potatoes. Very, very well made. I don't like to take too much of lunch, but whenever I go there, I consume the meal. So
do you work too much?
No, I do not. Anyway, let me reverse it back. It depends on how you access, whether you work too much or not. The goal is taking care of every patient one at a time, making sure you provide a quality care for them at whatever time it takes, because it's a value for them to come to your practice, and it's due respect to give them the quality care at the time that's needed.
Well, as a city employee, we're going to assign you to do some exploring of the parks.
I will certainly
right?
do that.
Right, everybody? Dr. O needs to explore our parks.
I will certainly do that. I'll do that.
Yes, City Park and North Park, and we're opening up a new park in November as well, the Schumann Shield. So
Okay, maybe I start with a new one.
Yeah, right. So the new one opens sometime in November. There'll be some announcements. It's November 2021. But there'll be some announcements, some really great opportunities to get outside, walk, explore, and such, fishing, and lots of cool outdoor activities. So, just giving you a hard time there.
Yeah, that's great. I will take up the assignment. I'll make sure I do
We'll
it.
check back in with you later, right?
Absolutely.
So, Dr. O, how has the EDC assisted you since you've been here?
One thing, I'll start with the fact that information is key to grow anything. So they're a great source of information. There's some email blasts. Certainly also they make your business, I would say, visible, V-I-S-I-B-L-E.
Very visible, yep.
So you can see. Not only that, they make you to do the business in such a way that you can be successful. And I'll put it this way. If you have an economic development corporation in a city that attracts more business, more residents, that means by proxy they want your business to be successful. Because if they bring more business, you can kind of network with other businesses, relate with other people. They bring more residents in by their policies, then by proxy it brings more access to clients for whatever business, and then for a business to be successful. So in terms of all of those, EDC has really helped. And they also provide information about grants, even though I've not really explored any of that, but I get those emails, I get this information. So, and they found that they're accessible people. You know, you can knock on their doors, send them emails. I think in all of those, it has really benefited my practice.
So feeding on that and continuing that conversation, we really do try to help as much as possible, but what do you think makes Converse the right place for any new business who's looking for a home? What makes Converse a good fit?
Let me put it all together. First, location, good location. And I'm thinking into the future, if based on the city grew 29.3% in the last 2 years, the next projected 400% in the next 10 to 12 to 15 years, and recently it's good traffic. Whenever I drive in Converse, I've been seeing a lot of good traffic. So even if they're not showing me the data on paper, I see it in real life myself.
Right.
So good location, and the fact that you're looking for people who are business friendly. You know, they want you to be successful, and I've enjoyed it. So there's nothing hypocritical about it. In the last 8 years, I've enjoyed a very friendly environment to be able to grow my practice. So that's a very good thing. Then looking myself, particularly the location of the city, in which you have access to many things, and then with all the growth that's happening now between Converse, San Antonio, being a suburb of San Antonio, and down the way to New Braunfels, Austin, you're looking at into the future a very gateway for business all the way down from Austin down here to Converse, and march from San Antonio to Converse. So you see a good melting point in a good city where you can grow your practice or grow your business or whatever you have to do. The most important is to get the vision and lock yourself in.
I love that. Get a vision and lock yourself in,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Lock yourself in Converse. Not technically. But
Yes.
we'll help, right? We'll help get you all integrated into the community. And so people may think they know what you do, right? And they may think they understand what dentistry is. But tell us a little bit more about what makes your day a little bit more interesting, and what makes you a little bit more different. What highlights you from everyone else?
I'll say I've been blessed by God to have a very profound education, and I thank God for that. It's been my total now about 22 years plus in the field of dentistry, both academic and clinical dentistry. I immigrated from Nigeria, Africa about 18 years ago, and at that time I went to study at the University of California, Los Angeles. I had a master's degree in brain cancer research, and And after that, I got a PhD doctor in oral biology and oral cancer research. And so from there, I went to get my DDS from the University of Minnesota. And now recently I just completed a certificate in oral pathology and radiology. So God has been so good to me. I got that academic expertise. Before I ever emigrated to the United States, I already graduated as a dentist, but I had to come out here to do it all over again. With the experience of out there, I graduated as a dentist, teaching at the university level with a master's degree in anatomy then, and everything put together, God has made me a constellation of experience, constellation of knowledge, of ideas, and which I use every day for my patient. My most important thing is empathy-driven, respecting people. It's an honor for them to come into your door to ask for your help, and treat them same with that same respect, regardless of their ability to pay or not. Respect them, care for them, provide empathy for them. And so that's been my course all the time, every moment that I see anyone. And I try to do it in a friendly way, in a way in which people can see that beyond what they come to my office for, there's benefit and there's life. I don't like to see people in pain, even though as a dentist I have to give you some pain to take out the pain.
Short-term pain.
Short-term pain.
Long-term pain, yes.
Some short-term pain to be able to help you out of pain. But if you've ever seen anybody in pain, you will know that you don't wish it for your enemies, not the whole of your friends or your community or your neighbors. And we are a big family here in Converse, and that's my goal, to get people out of pain in an empathy-driven way.
Dr. O, I've heard you say empathy a lot, and that's amazing, because I can't say in my personal experience you always get empathy from your dentist. So the level of your intention, right, to be respectful and full of empathy, and then the intense level of your academic experience and your knowledge in so many different capacities in oral health, and how oral health really is so important for full body health, is something that I don't think every community has. Not every community has a Dr. O, and so I think our community has a great opportunity to have something at the next level that you won't find elsewhere, and that's an amazing asset, So again, we're so happy that you're in Converse, and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so now we kind of move into what do you think is the most difficult part of starting a business? What is something that if you were talking to someone considering, right? There's so much entrepreneurial opportunity right now, right? As we are 18 months into COVID, there is more people starting businesses than there has been in a very long time, right? There's a lot of data that shows that this is that chance. So for somebody who's out there thinking about, I may want to start a business and I do need a brick and mortar site, right? Whether that be leasing a space or building a space or buying an existing space, what are some things you would like to say to that person right now?
Let me start with these. There's a script I'm going to borrow from. I don't know. I know that not everybody might be Christians, but it's just a good book I read all the time and I enjoy it. And that's the Bible. The Bible says, in the multitude of counselors there is safety. You want to start a business? Get a bunch of counselors and advisors at the beginning of your business. Be informed. If there's safety in the multitude of counselors, then get the counsel that you need before you jump out. Be informed. That's one of the mistakes I made when I started. Not because I want to jump out anyhow, but I didn't know everything. In dental school, they don't teach us the business aspect of dentistry. They just taught us dentistry.
Yeah, right? They're forgetting to mentor on how to run a business, start and run a business.
Exactly.
As well,
we take
right?
a course in management, in dental management business.
Mm-hmm.
We do take a course and you have to pass it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can take a course forever.
It is a forever education, right? It is a lifelong education.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. You need that precipice with people out there at the cutting edge of stuff to be able to give you information. So you need a lot of counsel. Secondly, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, believe in that God, so that vision that you want to pursue. If you don't believe and have confidence in yourself, nobody will do. Nobody will do. You can't tell a bank to give you a loan to start a business when you don't actually believe in yourself and believe in your vision. So believe in yourself, regardless of how many times you're turned down. Believe in yourself. Believe in that idea that God has given to you, and work on it, labor on it. One of the difficulties I had when I was starting was, as I'll put it this way, ability to get a loan and resource to start a business. And so, particularly when if you're just starting off a fresh brand practice, it's banks will tell you, oh no, this is not possible, that's not possible. You have a lot of delay, a lot of setback. But that's why you have to convince yourself at the very beginning that you believe in your ideas and your vision, and you keep at it. And you will begin to see that opportunities are going to open up for you, and you'll be able to take your step, one thing or the other, to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. So those are one of the things. Those are one of the challenges I had, and particularly again, I would say this: not a little more challenge, particularly because if you're a minority, you might have a little bit of challenge, because that's one of the experiences I had when I was starting. But that's why this city is great. They're minority friendly. Just again, get a vision, lock yourself in, you get it done.
Exactly. And those are some of the things we try to get out that information, right? Is an entrepreneur might be looking for different financial resources, as well as mentorship. As you stated, mentorship is so important, and I know that you realize that mentorship, you having a mentor, but also it's very important to mentor those, right, that are coming up behind you and help them. And that's one of our main goals is helping those who are coming up. And so there are so many different resources, and it gets confusing. So if you are opening a business, it's really beneficial to call an economic development organization in your community and just have a real conversation with them, and they will chat with you. They will see where you're at in your concept and ideas, and they can start connecting you into free resources, right? If it's the SBDC on how to build a business plan, if it's Lift Fund or other resources that can assist. And there is, at this moment, again, with COVID and stuff, there are so many more grant opportunities and funding opportunities and microfunding and such that your economic development organization can assist you with. We talk to people of all different ideas and concepts and all different agencies and organizations. We had a state organization who was like, you'll help any size business, even if it's one person? Absolutely. One person or 1,000 people, we're here to help. So
it starts from one.
It does. It starts from one. Even if it's in your garage.
Yes, that's from one.
Yes, exactly. So, Dr. O, tell me a little bit about what are your long-term goals for your business?
Personally, I'll kind of split it into personal and community. Personal, of course, I always like quality. I like my practice to maintain the highest cutting edge in terms of providing quality care for anyone. Secondly, Converse is projected to grow 400%. Also, I want to grow beyond 400%. So if the city is growing, I should be growing. I don't want to have a stunted growth. So when the city grows, we grow. So the city is projected to grow 12 to 15 years for 400%. I'm not trying to be selfish. I would say my projection will be about 800%.
How conservative.
Yeah, I try to run the numbers all the time. I try to run the numbers. It's all about the numbers game to be successful in business. So that's one of the personal things. Personal, another one that I have personal and community is the city has several lands to procure, both available for commercial and residential. Now, I like to get some kind of, right now we're in a lease space, to kind of get a commercial real estate that can be a great foundation for the business. I'm the best dental suit out there in the City of Converse. And I don't mind, in terms of community aspect of that, people of like mind, we could form a medical village in the City of Converse that would bring access, just one spot, big access care for medical accessibility for the people of Converse. And right in there, you could get a kind of educational institute for young lads in the City of Converse. Again, it starts with one. As we provide all these vision and cares, it should tailor back to growing the community and growing the younger generations.
So would that be one of your visions then for Converse, is to start a little medical kind of center, right?
Exactly, exactly. the access point is just that great because close to massive freeways,
Yes.
people can have access to care. And not only that, right in that medical village, there could be a medical institute, just provide medical information for people and an opportunity to train young ones. One of the things that I've enjoyed when I started my dental practice here was the Judson High School have a dental assistant program. And so the director reached out to me and said, can I help train your students? And of course, I have a PhD degree from UCLA, very great university, isn't it? So with the academics in me, I take on some of these students and I train them. I use my, of course, facilities, materials to be able to afford them good quality training at the same time, in addition to what they're giving them in school. But I take joy and delight in it because you're giving opportunity to the next generation. You always have to think about that. So that's how a community can grow. That's how we can help each other to become the better tomorrow.
Thank you, Dr. O. We really appreciate it. And we, of course, are here to work on that together, right?
Absolutely.
We know that we need access to more healthcare. For general practitioners and other health-related types of facilities for our community, because we may have been 12,000 people a few years back, but we're over 30,000 now, and we just don't have the same access. And that's what we're trying to do, is get that word out, is how fast we've grown, how much more we're going to grow, and how we have all of these people here who really do need resources and access to a lot of different things. And one big one is definitely healthcare.
Absolutely.
So thank you again for your time.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you all again for joining us. We love the opportunity to sit down with our local businesses and talk to them and find out a little bit more about them and what Converse means to them, because we all know this is our community. So hope to see you out there. Don't forget to wear your Chucks, your Converse tennis shoes when you're around the town, and find out more about the EDC and how we can help you, your business, at Choose Converse